Kente, Kente. America needs surgery. Not elective surgery, but right now, major surgery. America has a cancer, a tumor. It's called anti-black. It's called racism. And it's racism that brought Kunta Kinte in the bottom of a ship to Annapolis, Maryland, and enslaved him for the rest of his life. It still persisted when Harriet Tubman was born. She was born into slavery here in the United States. But she put up an awesome fight. She physically removed herself from slavery and would come back not too far from here in Cambridge, Maryland, for her relatives and other friends. Her courage, her persistence, this is a quality or qualities that we need, courage and persistence. In 1865, we thought, oh, the tumor's gone, slavery's ended. But no. The human body oftentimes has major surgery. We take out a tumor, and then years later, we find that the cancer has spread to other organs. And that's how it is here in this country. Politically, economically, educationally, health, all the social interactions now still have remnants of this cancer. So in 1955, Emmett Till, this let us know cancer's still here. All right? So racism has become a part of all aspects of American society. We are now in the 21st century, and George Floyd is just the latest. All right? But this time, the light is on. The light is on this time.
There was a video, all right? So we saw in live living color a cop putting his knee into the neck of George Floyd. Even though he said, "Officer, I can't breathe," he kept his knee there for more than 8 minutes. So the light, thank God, the light is on now. We can't have cops giving us their version of what happened. We now have the technology to see what's going on for ourselves. All right, so today, everybody who's here, you're here for Lights for Justice. And you're here because you're outraged. You don't want this to continue. So what can you do? Well, everyone has a circle of influence. All right, I think it's Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. So in that circle, the first person is you. Check yourself. Check how you're speaking to people. Check how you are interacting with people. Each of us needs to teach our children, do unto others as you want others to do to you. In the East, they oftentimes say, do not do to others what you do not want done to you. This is something that we need to be raising our children. Each of us needs to live that principle. When you hear a friend, you're casual, out having lunch, dinner, and they make a racist joke, you need to check it. You need to say, did you hear yourself? Did you hear what you just said? Because sometimes things come out of people and they don't even realize they had that thought in them until it came out. And you tell your friends, this joke, that type of language is not for here. All right? If you're a shop owner, you should be greeting your customers all the same. And you need to check yourself. If you find that you're walking around trailing one of your customers who doesn't look like you. We have to start with ourselves. Teachers, every student can learn. There are different ways of learning. Some need to see things, some need to hear, some need to speak, some need to move around. All right? So in your lessons, you need to have several of the learning styles. not just the one that you're comfortable with. All right? We all need to do our part. So now, unity in the community, I would like to have a few more we're going to speak. We're going to have Greg Reynolds is going to be coming up. He's from St. Margaret's Episcopal Church in Woodbridge. Ian Houston will be up. He's from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Lake Ridge. Reverend Etoria Goggins from First Methodist Episcopal, African Methodist Episcopal, otherwise known as AME, Church of Manassas, will be speaking. And then we have our Mother of Unity, meaning she's been around and guiding us and is very wise, and even throughout the community, our own Joanne Bonner-Reese. All right? Great. Unity in the community. We have a message.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Greg Reynolds, and my wife Jean and I have lived here in Prince William County for 50 years. And it's a wonderful community. I want to recognize all the supervisors, especially Margaret Franklin, for introducing a new resolution to create a commission on race relations in Prince William County. Thank you, Margaret, and thank you, Victor Angry, and thank you all the rest of the supervisors for doing that. I only have about a minute here, but I just would like to say that this is a great opportunity for us, especially here in Prince William County, to work with the local government and especially our police service. I've been privileged to know Charlie Dean and the other chiefs, Steve Hudson, and our current chief, Barry Bernard. They have taken us through some difficult times, especially in 2007, 2006, and I am hoping and praying that with this commission, we'll be able to get together and create the equivalent of a truth commission here in Prince William County, where everyone has an opportunity to speak the truth, and we have an opportunity to be reconciled to one another. And this movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, will continue to fill out the dream that Martin Luther King had of economic equality, of equality among human beings. I don't even like the word race. I don't like the word racism. We are all one group. There is no difference in human beings. And so I look forward to working with all of you out there and the supervisors and the police to create a better community. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm wearing a name tag on my chest here. Do you all have names? We all have names. We're all accountable. We're all here. We're all committed to the same goal. We all have names. And we are all made in God's image. Black Lives Matter. Perhaps even more deeply, Black Lives Matter to God. For God is watching. The force of God is love, not forced violence. God is about justice, not injustice. This is what we are taught. Maya Angelou once said, "Prejudice is a burden that confuses the past, threatens the future, and renders the present inaccessible." And here we are at a crossroads, confronting the demons that still lurk. We love America, the ideal of America, the aspiration of it. But let me here go on one knee and pray. Let me stay on my knee alongside my sisters and brothers, cry out that Black Lives Matter. For God has given us all life. And sisters and brothers, chant loud in the public square on a summer day. Pray in the quiet of your home in the winter storm. Sing in the choir on a spring morning. Whistle it when you are alone in the autumn forest. Black Lives Matter. No more hatred. Respect. Love. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Etoria Goggins, pastor of First AME Church in Manassas. I'm delighted to be here to share with you this afternoon. And again, we recognize all of the supervisors and the elected officials. Now, I am a pastor, and so I come with a scripture that just says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He has anointed me to preach good news to those who are oppressed, to bring deliverance to those who are captive." And so I want to share with you this afternoon that justice is critical to the authenticity of our witness, and it shows up in speaking truth to power and engaging the inequities of our society. Too many of us have been comfortable and non-confrontational. We have been called to take on and engaged in a war against evil, hate, racism, and the presence of oppression in this world. And so we must speak up for injustices and challenge the systems and those who would oppress people and take their lives right before our eyes, whether it's a knee on the neck, whether it's a no-knock warranty, whether it's someone jogging in the park. We must take a stand. All of us have followed the recent wave of this violence against African American men and women. Over the years, there has been a growing sense of desperation in the African American community because the criminal justice system devalues the lives of people of black and brown color. There is something out of balance with respect to the criminal justice system in this nation and how they respond to minorities in this country. We are especially vulnerable to violence, higher rates of incarceration, and death in the legal system than any other race in this nation. And so what happens to African American men, women, and children, it seems that it does not matter. But I want to affirm, as it has been affirmed this afternoon and over the past 2 weeks and even over the years, that Black Lives Matter. We are empowered because the Spirit of the Lord is upon us. As I watch the protests and I watch the marches, I see a move of God on our young people and on all of those who are taking a stand. The Spirit of the Lord is upon us, and He is enabling us to upset the status quo. There are so many things that have been going down in this country that don't need to stay the same. And guess what? They will not stay the same because we have been empowered because the Spirit of the Lord is upon us and Black Lives Matter. Hello there, Prince William County. My name is Joanne Bonarise, and we're on the move now, and you can't stop us. Last year, about in the summertime, I traveled to Fort Monroe, our Point Comfort, just past Richmond, for the 400th commemoration of 400 years when we were brought here across the Atlantic on ships bound in the belly of the whale. That was a commemoration
last August. And there's a plaque, if you get a chance, go to see it for yourself, a little south of here. Yesterday, I couldn't be still. We're on the move. I drove myself to Washington, D.C. I'm in support of the protesters, the peaceful protesters, and I've been under this pavilion before, Prince William County. I have stood with our immigrant community of Prince William County. I've spoken with them, been with them, marched in front of the McCourt building, gone to Manassas and marched in support of our immigrant community. We're on the move. Being here in Prince William County, I've never seen the support. The supervisor's here today. Gerald Conley was here today. We are on the move because the vote counts, Prince William County, and we've done it. We're on the move now, and we are not going to stop. So thank you, Prince William County. Thank you for the 25 years that we have been here with unity in the community. And my leader and the founder is a Caucasian woman from Manassas, and her name is Alana. Bless her heart. We've been out here in this community for a long time, and this was the first time we've had the hierarchy, the supervisors, the people that we voted for to come and give us support. We're on the move. Thank you, Prince William County.
We're going to make way for the next group, and I just want to let you know we're very diverse. Here we have Jamie Berlitz. He represents Near Shalom, one of our member organizations, Temple Near Shalom. We also have E.J. Scott. She'll be speaking on behalf of another group, but ordinary citizens are all welcome. And we have a program coming up September the 20th, International Day of Prayer for Peace. All right? The theme this year is Shaping Peace Together. And our founder didn't raise her hand. She's the one with the rainbow mask on, Ilana Naylor.